Boss already have this?
Yeah.
And she works for the state?
She has 2 kids. Her husband has 2 kids. Insurance that you don't have to pay for out of pocket is different when you got somebody else paying for it. Along with the fact, right now, as opposed to keep dipping in their savings because they had to move. I know it cost me $5,000 to move just myself, so I don't even know. Imagine how much it cost her, and they had to have their car shipped.
A lot.
Yeah. So, um, to me, I get what the purpose of her getting a job because she's able to still keep her business without dipping into any of her money and to sustain. She already told me she's only waiting to get her federal grant. Once she gets her federal grant, she was like, I'm probably out of here. She was like, so.
She won't need that. She needs health insurance, but she probably won't even need it once she gets the federal grant. That's
Nope.
big money.
Cause she told me to. She even told me to go and apply for other jobs that make more money within the state while she's still there.
She's the same lady that looked at your resume and they hired you, and she said that you needed to go for this other big job. She has your best interest. She may take you with her wherever she goes.
She said if she could, she would.
She probably will. But you may be already rolling on your own by then.
So, well, yeah, she was the one that just gave me this information to do my LLC here, the website and everything. And so she'll come in my office just randomly sometimes and be like, hey.
And sit and talk to you, see where you at.
Or she'll be like, go on HHS website, look at this, and then she'll walk out. I know what she's talking about. Because that's the thing. Because I work for the state and because I want to open up a business that's similar to what I do, you can't legally have any ties to it. So that's why I have to put everything in my dad's name.
He know what you're trying to do too?
He knows I've always wanted one. He wants me to come back home and open one. I told him I don't have time to be jumping through all the hoops that you got through at home.
In other words, you're telling your daddy at home is a distraction from what you want to do.
Yeah, at home is
That's
definitely.
That's exactly what you tell
him.
At
home is definitely a distraction. Along with the fact, it's not even so much a distraction. It's not feasible cost-wise. It's stupid because everybody has to. By the time you pay off the alderman and everybody else, you got to pay off to try to do what you're doing. I ain't got time for all that politics like that. It's ridiculous. But no, the best thing I did was move down here.
Yep.
The best thing. So no.
I was all against it. What's your daddy's name?
Michael.
Yeah, I was saying don't leave Michael. You're the only child, but you survived, and he has too. And you was able to meet his needs at a distance. Yeah. I didn't think you was gonna be able to do it, Adrian. You did it.
Yeah.
Even though you fussed and everything else, you succeeded.
Yeah. And I told him, it is gonna come a time that he is gonna have to move down here. I just told him that that's just reality. It is what it is. I was like, but you can stay where you at as long as possible. I don't have a problem with that. But I told him too, you gotta think about stuff that you do. If you want to stay at home, stay by yourself longer, you need to start doing right. The rate you're going, it's not gonna help. I shouldn't have to fuss at you.
You're drinking. That should not even be on the. That should not be a topic at all.
No, and that's why I went completely off. And I texted him how I felt, and I was like, it is what it is. So like I said, I still text him every day. Yesterday when we was at the country and the horses and stuff, I texted him pictures. He was like, where you at? I told him, I texted him back and forth. But for me to call you and to say, Dad, what did you do today? Did you do what you were supposed to? Did you do this? It don't do nothing but stress me out. Because your answer is going to be, no, you can't tell me what I'm going to do. I can do whatever I want to.
The phone call will turn into an argument.
Yep.
Just like with Karen.
So, and I'm like, stuff that I ask you and say is all for your best interest.
And best interest, yeah.
Those medicine caddies that you got Uncle Roland.
Yeah.
I bought him them.
How many?
He's had probably about 10 or 12 of them.
How many he used?
None. One day he had me to open them up and dump all the medicine on the table. And told me he wasn't old and he could take his own medicine how he wanted to take it.
Okay. You do know Uncle Roland did the same thing. Well, first of all, I tell everybody, he did that at his brother's house. A year ago, yeah, he's been that long. But I told him, he said I did. Roland don't give his own self his medicine. I give him his medicine. If he's coming to anybody's house, I put it in a bag and I say as soon as he gets there, he take the cigarettes out of his bag and take his medicine. You don't do it. Roland would do the same. But he got caddies there. Once you fill a dispenser, or if you had his sister to fill his dispenser.
He did the same thing to her. He called her old because she got a caddy thing. And she sits there and she puts her caddy together and she say, where your caddy? I don't need no caddy. I know what the hell I'm doing. I don't need no caddy. And he just he got a
bag
cardboard box
with all his medicine.
And he just started pulling stuff out and then he lay it on the table. And she said, yeah, that's all right. Go ahead and kill yourself. And she's actually, she's not even a registrar. She's a nurse practitioner. She can write prescriptions. Her license is still valid.
That's his sister? And she's a nurse practitioner? Oh my God.
She's his second power of attorney. I asked her last time I was at home, would she sign the paperwork to be his power of attorney? Because that was the next thing. He went through and voided out his power of attorney. And so he had to go and have a procedure done when they was trying to diagnose him for psychosis. And they told him, they were sitting in a room, and she said, go back there with your daddy. I said, you go back there? She said, I ain't going back there with him. She said, because he going to cause me to hit him or something, so I'm not going back there with him. So I went back there, and the nurse said, well, sir, what about your power of attorney? I said, oh, he said he don't want to sign about paperwork, power of attorney, talking about ain't nobody going to have control over him. So the guy went through and said, okay, sir, but you do understand that if something goes wrong in us doing this biopsy and we have to incubate you, there's not going to be anybody to let us know if we should pull the plug or not pull the plug.
That's the only thing made him let her do another power of attorney now.
So he put me back on. And I said, well, I'm going to put Jackie on here for the second person. I don't know. She might try to kill me. I said, Dad, she got more money than you. So it's not going to be beneficial. She still get her military. She retired from the military. And she retired from the state of D.C. She was a nurse for a drug substance. I said, she has more money than you.
It really is.
I said, so yeah. So like now, he has a doctor's appointment because that's the new thing. He wants to go to Columbia. So I called his doctor. Well, first of all, he hasn't been able to fly. This is only his second trip this year because they grounded him. Because he takes a simulation test with his pulmonologist to make sure that he can fly. He does have the compressor. I fought for him to get this little bitty, they put in a little bitty black bag that he can take on the plane.
Oh, okay.
But they tell him they grounded him for international flights. So Father's Day, when I flew him to D.C. with me to meet I wanted to see my grandfather. And I was like, well, it'll be his first trip. It's not really my grandfather, my mom's best friend's.
Yes, that's her dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he always took my mom in from college. And that's who she called Daddy.
Wanna try my stuff shrimp?
Yeah. Can you get by?
Yeah.
So, I'm an opener. So, we went and flew there, and he like my dad. He called him son and everything.
Okay.
Because they met when my mom was in college.
I wash my hands.
So,
You want to try one? Yeah.
so we went.
I want to try one.
Okay, then you can have one. It's not meant for kids.
Yeah.
Use your hand. Huh? I'm just playing with you. Yeah, she's just playing with you.
So
what happened?
We went. That was his first time flying. I surprised him and sent him in his Father's Day card, his airline ticket.
We're going to be missing this coleslaw. Yeah,
Okay.
It's hot. I guess I should have. It's hot.
Coleslaw.
With this?
So
Ow.
I told you it was hot. Here, put it
he
in.
went there,
Stop acting like that.
but I texted his sister and I said, well, he left his stuff. He wanted me to make his hotel arrangements for Cuba. I said, one, he ain't went and saw about no vaccinations. 2, he went and took his simulation test to make sure he can go. And so my auntie said, well, if he don't know how to act with you and drinking, what he gonna do in Cuba? And I said, well, I'm not planning